Hello, everybody. Dr. Steve here. I'm excited to be with you here tonight for the Supplement Hoax webinar. What is your vitamin company not telling you? ER Doctor exposes the truth. My name is Steven Sabo. We're going to get started shortly. We have, looks like 5 minutes to go. So sit tight, relax yourself, take a pen and paper. Got a lot of information to share with you tonight, and I will be right back. Hello, everybody. Dr. Steve here. My topic tonight is the supplement hoax. What is your vitamin company not telling you? Guys, I'm an emergency doctor. My name is Steven Sabo. The first thing I want to do is I want to make sure the sound is working. On the right over here is a question section. I want you to just, if you would, just make sure that you can hear and see me. Going to look over there. You can see me. You can hear me. Great. So I think we're ready to go. First thing I want to do is I want to share the webcam here. Let's see. Where are we? All right. I guess a little technical difficulty here. Let's try this again. All right, guys, I guess we are having technical difficulty with the webcam. There we are. Let's see. How about now? All right, guys, hopefully you can see me, you can hear me. Let's see. There we go. All right, guys, my name is Dr. Steve Sabo. I am so excited to be with you here tonight. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn about the problems with vitamins today. And gosh, there are a lot of problems with vitamins. You know, problems with vitamins, whether it's quality, whether it's absorption, whether there are ingredients, harmful ingredients. We're going to talk about all of that tonight. So it's just after the hour right now. And looks like we've got everybody on board. I am absolutely excited to be here tonight, coming to you live from my home. This is my recording studio, also known as my home office. So let me change the screen now. We're going to get right to the slides and going to dig right in. So let's get the play from the start. And it looks like we are ready. So guys, the title of the webinar is The Supplement Hoax. What is your vitamin company not telling you? ER Doctor exposes the truth. Guys, question. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions tonight, but this question is, do you take vitamin supplements daily, but still feel tired and sluggish and still seem to get sick all the time? Your goal by the end of this webinar is to take a look at the 3 factors to consider when choosing a vitamin. So when you go to that big box store, when you go to the supermarket, when you go to the pharmacy and you want to choose a vitamin, I would suggest there's 3 factors that you ought to think about when picking up that bottle of vitamins. Number 1, absorption. Are your vitamins going to get absorbed? Because gosh, that's really, really important out there. And we're going to talk about the problems with absorption of vitamins today. And I'm going to show you how vitamins get absorbed. Then we're going to talk about a system that actually increases the absorption of vitamins. We're going to talk about the quality and the poor quality of most of the vitamins that are out there. Then we're going to talk about the ingredients. You know, guys, there are lots of harmful ingredients that are out there as well. So we're going to talk about all 3 of these: absorption, quality, and ingredients. And you know, you're going to want to stay until the end for a secret link to a shocking video interview that I conducted with nutritional supplement expert Tracy Gibbs. Mr. Gibbs will reveal the secret to making sure you absorb 85% more of your supplements and avoid wasting your hard-earned money on vitamins and becoming malnourished. Guys, here's a picture of that actual interview. That's me on the right as I'm interviewing Tracy Gibbs. So be sure to stay until the end, and you'll get the link, secret link to that interview. Guys, my name is Dr. Steve Sabo, and it's because I'm an emergency doctor. I'm a board-certified emergency doctor. So why am I here before you tonight? Well, let me just tell you a little bit about my background as I start. See, I grew up in a small town called Lakewood, New Jersey. Lakewood, New Jersey is about 60 miles outside New York City. It's kind of on the Jersey Shore, or the Jersey Shore, as we like to say. I now live in a smaller town in northern New Jersey. I practice in a community hospital just over the border in Suffern, New York, and medical school. So I went to college in Boston. I went to medical school in France for 3 years. I transferred to Chicago. Fluent in French. I can get by in Spanish, and then, of course, English. Anyway, let's move on. So I graduated from Chicago Medical School in 1989. I did residencies in internal and emergency medicine, and I've been a practicing emergency physician for the last 24 years. Boy, time does fly. At the hospital I work at, just over the border in New York State, I am actually an assistant professor of emergency medicine. And that's because we're a teaching hospital for the medical students from New York Medical College, at the hospital that we're affiliated with. So the medical students come over, they see the patients, they discuss it with me. We go and re-examine the patients and discuss on an action plan for the patients. I love teaching the residents just as much as I love teaching everybody, like we're doing tonight, about the problems with vitamins. Happily married I am, absolutely. My wife and I recently celebrated our 21st wedding anniversary. Very excited about that. We have 2 wonderful teenage daughters. I have an 18-year-old who's going to be moving out to California, and I have a 20-year-old daughter who goes to college in Connecticut. But you know, guys, as much as I love what I've done, I love what I'm doing, I realized I spend too much time away from my family. So what did I do? I did something about it, and I entered the home business industry. I got involved in several health-related businesses, and I got involved in a social media marketing business. Just want to talk about that business just for a minute. Here on the right, you see me making videos. I produce about 3 videos a week. They're teaching videos in the home business industry. They're on video marketing. Very excited about those. I love doing them. Guys, we'll give you the link at the end of the webinar so you can connect with me on Instagram and Facebook fan page, LinkedIn, and my website, which is basically all Dr. Steve Sabo. drstevesabo.com is the website. You'll find all of those videos there. They're about a minute or so long, and that's because Instagram only allows videos up to 1 minute. Guys, in case you can't tell, I'm passionate about all my businesses. Want to say something about personal development. I love personal development. I do 30 minutes of personal development every day. I usually do it before I go to sleep. I advocate this to all of the members of my team. I say that if you don't develop yourself personally and move forward, you're actually not staying still, but you're moving backwards. And I've developed myself so much with all the books that I've read. Personal development, guys, really the key to any business and success in that business. So let's get moving forward here. Let's start talking about vitamins. And guys, I want you to ask yourself the following 2 questions. Let me pull them up here. Number 1, are the vitamins you're taking really being absorbed? And number 2, are they really healthy for you? So as we go through this webinar tonight, I want you to keep those two questions in mind because, guys, you're going to be shocked about some of the facts you're going to learn about vitamins, whether it's absorption, contaminants, ingredients, quality, any of that stuff. You're going to be shocked here tonight. So again, what are the most important things to take into account when deciding what vitamins to invest in? When you're at the pharmacy or the drugstore or the supermarket and you're picking up that bottle of vitamins, what are the things that you should be looking for? Can you guys imagine the difference in your health and energy if you actually absorbed 85% more of the vitamins you're taking without contaminants? So vitamins, many of us take them every day. I think we can all agree we need them for good health. But here's the thing. Most of us just don't eat nutritious foods. Guys, here's a great slide that I got, and I have the source in my bibliography. But it says, who takes dietary supplements? The easiest thing to think about this slide is basically 70%. 7 of every 10 U.S. adults takes dietary supplements, whether it's a little bit higher in adult women, a little less in adult men. But adults with and without children, it's about 7 out of every 10. And when you break it down by age, 18 to 34, 35 to 54, or over 55, it's all about 7 out of 10, which is really an amazing number if you think about that. And what that says is that there are a lot of health conscious people in this country, and it's a big, big business. So again, the 3 factors to consider when choosing a vitamin. Let's start with absorption. Guys, most vitamins aren't absorbed. There's a great saying out there, and it goes something like this. Your body doesn't absorb vitamins. All you get from taking vitamins is expensive urine. Let's move on now. Let's talk about the digestive system. What happens to food and vitamins as they go into the gastrointestinal tract? So the first thing it goes into is the mouth. And in the mouth, you have something called salivary amylase, which is the digestive juices that come out of the salivary glands. Whether you chew the vitamin, break it down a little bit, if it's a chewable vitamin, or most vitamins, which are pills, what happens is you get some breakdown, in any case, in the mouth. Then the vitamin goes down the esophagus and into the stomach, where the harsh digestive juices of the stomach break it down further. And then it goes into the small intestine, the large intestine, and finally comes out of the body. Now, important to remember, and we'll talk about this in a little while, that the pancreas produces digestive enzymes that also break down food and minerals and vitamins, and they're stored right next to the small intestine and secreted when needed. And the liver produces bile, which helps absorb fats and fat-soluble vitamins. Again, we're going to talk about that a little later. So, where are vitamins absorbed? What I would say is it depends on 2 things. It depends on the type of vitamin and the specific vitamin. So, 2 things. Let's talk about the different types of vitamins now. So, first there's water-soluble vitamins. They get dissolved in water. And then there's the fat-soluble vitamins that get dissolved in fat. And we're going to talk about those in a few minutes. So, again, water-soluble dissolves in water. You've got to replenish them every single day. They include vitamins B and vitamin C. But here's the thing, guys. Most of vitamins B and C actually leave the body in the urine. Let's now talk about vitamin B. It's found in fish, eggs, bread, and poultry. It's actually bound to proteins. So vitamin B is actually broken down in the stomach and absorbed in the ileum. The ileum is the last part of the small intestine. So why is that important to learn about vitamin B? Because there's actually something called vitamin B deficiency. So with this type of deficiency, which obviously you don't want to get, you can get skin problems. You can get dry, cracked skin, dermatitis, frequent bruising, delayed wound healing. You can get fatigue, muscle weakness, lack of coordination, and muscle wasting. Mental problems, headache, insomnia, confusion. Gastrointestinal problems such as nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. And finally, you also can get anemia or low blood count. Let's now move over to vitamin C. Vitamin C is found in citrus fruits such as orange juice. It's absorbed in the jejunum, which is the second part of the small intestine. And it must lock onto molecules for transport through the intestinal wall. Again, why is that important? Because there's something called vitamin C deficiency. And with this, you can get weakness and weight loss. You can get a condition called scurvy, which usually occurs after a few months of vitamin C deficiency, and symptoms can include coiled hair, bleeding gums, infections, poor wound healing, bruising of the arms and legs. Other symptoms of this deficiency can include edema or swelling of the legs. Now let's move on, guys, to fat-soluble vitamins. And they include vitamins A, D, E, and K. And the difference here is that they must be dissolved in fat before they're absorbed. They actually stay in the body, unlike the water-soluble vitamins that tend to leave the body and have to be replenished every day. These type of vitamins may actually not need to be taken daily. Now, let's talk about bile. Bile is a substance produced in the liver. It's actually stored in the small intestine, and it breaks down fats. And at the same time, it allows fats and the fat-soluble vitamins to be absorbed. Why is that important? Because there's something called fat-soluble vitamin deficiency. And now I'm going to talk about each of those 4 vitamins. Vitamin A deficiency can lead to blindness, hair loss, poor immune function. Vitamin D deficiency can lead to soft bones, weak muscles, poor immune function. Vitamin E deficiency, it's kind of rare, and it can cause muscle weakness, poor vision, and neurologic problems. And vitamin K promotes blood clotting, so a deficiency in vitamin K can actually cause excessive bleeding. So let's sum it up. Vitamin absorption is just poor, but I've got a solution. It's that word, liposomes. Liposomes. Let's talk about liposomes. So liposomes have been used for years to increase absorption of drugs like cancer medications and antiviral medications. These are medicines that I've heard about for years now, and I'm familiar with liposomes because of their use with these type of medications. What a liposome is, guys, is kind of like a bubble. It encases the nutrient. It kind of protects it in that bubble to help transport it through the gastrointestinal tract. And it's actually made of cholesterol and phospholipids, which are basically fatty substances, and it includes a head and a tail. And this is a schematic diagram of a liposome, kind of a cutaway view. If you think of that liposome as a bubble or a ball, just think of a cutaway view, and that's what you're looking at. And the blue dots are the heads, squiggly orange lines are the tails. And this is basically what a liposome looks like. Here's another picture of a liposome, and it shows that the heads face outward. They are hydrophilic, which means that they love water. And the tails face inward. They're hydrophobic. That means they fear water. You see, a liposome construction actually allows the liposomes to travel through the digestive system easier and increase absorption of the substances that they carry. When liposomes encase nutrients, what happens is they transport them to the intestine where they are absorbed. I love this diagram here. This is a diagram of a liposome coming and merging with the cell. And it shows what happened when that liposome approaches the cell. You see the walls of the liposome and the cell merge, and that causes release of the nutrient into the cell. And then what happens is the wall of that liposome becomes part of the cell wall. Advantages of liposomes. First, they increase the stability of the substance. It's more stable. It's not toxic. It's not harmful. It's flexible. And it's biodegradable, which means it's able to be decomposed by the body. Here's a great study, and guys, there's a lot of studies on liposomes. There's no question that liposomes increase absorption. And if you go to pubmed.gov and type in liposomes, you'll find plenty of studies. This is a study that I found, and I think it's rather easy to understand. Let me explain it to you. 2016, they found that vitamin C was better absorbed when encapsulated or surrounded by liposomes. So on the left side of the graph, we have plasma vitamin C concentration, and on the bottom, we have time. So the bottom line of the graph with the red dots is placebo. That means you got a sugar pill. There was no vitamin C, so there's no change in the vitamin C concentration, okay? The next line, the middle line with the open dots, is actually unencapsulated vitamin C. So it's probably most of that vitamin C that's out there that you buy in the big box store. They don't use liposomes, and you get some increase in the vitamin C concentration. But look at that top line. That top line is vitamin C that's encapsulated by liposomes. And you can see in every point of the graph, the vitamin C concentration is higher in the liposome surrounded vitamin C as opposed to the unencapsulated or the plain vitamin C. So, 3 factors when choosing a vitamin to consider. Absorption, we just spoke about. Let's talk about quality. So there have been many studies. There were some studies done by consumerlab.com that show that vitamins may actually contain less than or more than the amount listed on the label. They may not break apart properly, which kind of causes decreased absorption. And here's some pictures of some poor quality vitamins. Gosh, who wants to ingest the vitamins on the left in this picture? And then you have other vitamins breaking apart, powder. I mean, you're not getting everything if they're breaking apart, are you? Now, finally, we'll talk about the third factor to consider, and that's ingredients. Poor ingredients. So guys, you may not believe this, but vitamins actually may contain contaminants, such as artificial food coloring. This may cause hyperactivity. Hydrogenated oils can increase LDL and heart attack risk. That's the bad cholesterol. PCBs and heavy metals, they may increase the risk of prostate cancer. And talc and magnesium silicate has been associated with stomach cancer. Guys, my wife took a look a few months ago at the probiotics she was taking and was shocked to find that one of the ingredients was actually here, talc. That's like talcum powder. Can you imagine ingesting that? Got to read the label and the side label on these ingredients. And finally, titanium dioxide is a substance that's linked with damage to the lung, kidneys, and intestine. Guys, here's some articles that talk about poor ingredients. Top left, U.S. Food and Drug Administration warns of potential contamination in multiple brands of drugs and supplements. And then again, there's good old Consumer Lab, salmonella outbreak in powders, pills, and teas. And then on the top right, herbal supplements full of contaminants from a study. And then bottom right, the New York Times quoting a study that finds supplements contain contaminants. So as you can see, there are many problems with vitamins today. Many are poorly absorbed. Many are of poor quality, and many contain harmful ingredients. So what should you do? I would suggest that you should be careful choosing the nutritional products you put into your body. I recommend choosing pharmaceutical grade nutritional products or nutraceuticals since they're a higher quality product. I recommend checking the labels to look for any additives. I recommend vitamins that have a liposome delivery system that increases absorption. And I recommend a company that produces all natural, high quality nutraceutical products and uses a liposome delivery system. Guys, I'm proud to be a part of the scientific advisory board of this company, and I can attest to the quality of the products. The name of that company is Viseo. Guys, I want to tell you about this company because it really overcomes all the problems that we've been talking about here tonight with absorption, with quality, with ingredients. So I want to now present to you a 5-star opportunity of Viseo. And tonight we're going to talk about 5 things. We're going to talk about the world-class leadership of the company. We're going to talk about my favorite part, which is the disruptive science and the products that we have. Guys, we're going to talk about the right timing, the third pillar here. And it really is the right timing. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Going to talk about the generous rewards that we have at this company. And finally, last but not least, the worthwhile cause that we have with this company that helps with drinking water in poor people in rural parts of Africa. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. So guys, companies really, when you're looking at a company, it really begins at the top. And there's no finer couple here than Dallin and Carrie Larson. You see, Dallin Larson's been in the industry, in the home business industry for many, many years. And he's founded not one, but $2 billion companies. Many years ago, he founded a company called USANA. It's actually still in business today. Brought that to $1 billion, then moved on and founded a company called Monavie. Monavie is a company that he is most famous for, and he brought that company to $1 billion. And this is Dallin's third and final company. Here's a picture of Dallin, Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year in 2009. And let me just also mention the other co-founders, and that's Daniel Pacou and then Dan Zhu. Let's move on. My favorite part of the presentation, disruptive science and the products. Guys, we already talked about it. Standard supplements just don't deliver. They don't get absorbed. They're of poor quality. You have the harsh digestive tract, and the whole thing here is very ineffective. That's why Viseo products feature something called an advanced delivery technology. And we have 2 technologies. We have that liposome, that bubble system with 3 of our products. We're going to talk about that shortly. And we have something called an enzyme delivery system. Guys, as we get older, a lot of us lose lots of the digestive enzymes in our gastrointestinal tract that help break down foods and vitamins in order that they can get absorbed. And half of our products that I'm going to talk about in a minute use an enzyme delivery system. They're whole foods, so they don't need the bubble, the liposome, but they do need to be broken down. So each of these 3 products, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, use the enzyme system so that these enzymes break down these 3 products so that they're better absorbed in the intestine. So our Enzyme Advantage products. Here are our 3 products. They just came out back a few months ago. And there's 3 of them. There's the Core Complete. That's our multivitamin. V-Slim Weight Management, as it says, weight management, and the V3 Energy. So let's start with the Core Complete. Core Complete is a great product. Picture shows you a bag, a month's supply in that bag, and it consists of 5 different pills in the packet. It contains vitamins and 72 trace minerals. It includes green foods, phytonutrients, superfruits, And one of the pills includes probiotics. You know, guys, uh, I don't write a prescription, but I recommend probiotics to all my patients that have diarrhea because probiotics replenish the gut with the good bacteria that helps with digestion. And the probiotic here in our product is actually combined with digestive enzymes that help you break down the food and the stuff that you take in your mouth. Also, lots of antioxidants. And I want to touch base for a minute on our omega complex. Our omega complex actually includes fish oil. Our fish oil here comes from Norwegian salmon from Norway. If you were to take the fish oil pill every day for a week, it's the equivalent of eating 2 Norwegian salmon. By the way, something else, all our products are all natural. They are vegan, except for that pill I just mentioned, the fish oil pill. All our other products, they're all vegan, natural, gluten-free, lactose-free, etc. Our next two products come in these sticks as shown here. You rip open the stick, you put the powder in a glass of water, 6 to 8 ounces, or a small, water bottle, shake it up or stir it, and there you have our product. The V-Slim, you take 30 minutes before breakfast, and what it does is it helps curb your appetite. I want to talk about the ingredients here because they really fascinate me, and I've had quite a good success on this product. First, it includes something called Garcinia cambogia. Garcinia cambogia comes from a fruit in Asia, and it's been shown to help curb appetite and boost metabolism. The next ingredient, something called Slimoluma, is the trade name. Made in this country is Slimoluma. The actual substance is called Caralluma fimbriata. This substance, interestingly enough, comes from a cactus-like plant in India. You see, when the Indian people are starving after a drought or a flood, what they do is they all seek out this cactus plant, and they take a knife and they cut out the inside of the plant to get to the Caralluma fimbriata. And what that does, and that has been shown to curb appetite, and it also helps regulate blood sugar levels. The third key ingredient here is Gymnema sylvestre, and that's something that a lot of endocrinologists use with their patients that have problems with blood sugar levels because it actually helps regulate blood sugar. And then other ingredients are trace minerals, and then both of this product and the V3 include, for hydration, includes coconut water. So the third and final ingredient is the V3 Advanced Energy. In it, we have energy, hydration, that's the coconut water, and mood. Let me talk a little bit about the theobromine ingredient here. The theobromine comes from dark chocolate. I mean, guys, who out there loves their dark, not hot chocolate, sorry, dark chocolate? In it has theobromine. It's kind of the feel-good substance in dark chocolate. It has great antioxidants, which help fight against many different types of diseases and cancers. And another ingredient in there is green tea. Green tea includes also powerful antioxidants, and it also means 50% caffeine to give you that boost of energy. So let's move on. I'm going to show myself. This is a before and an after picture. 22 days after I started taking the product, you can see, you can actually see not just my belly improved, but you can also see that that my neck has thinned out. And guys, I'm down another, almost 3 pounds. 17.6. Yeah, actually over 3 pounds. I'm down 17.6 pounds. My goal is 20. So I'm really, really close to that. You know what I feel with this? I feel my appetite is in half and my sugar cravings are basically eliminated. When I see a sweet, a dessert, ice cream, I don't feel I have to have it. I like having it, but I don't feel like I have to have it like I did before. Works great for cravings. Let me talk about now the V3 Energy. This is Cassandra speaking. I have successfully replaced my morning coffee and other energy drink products with MicroLife V3. It's just amazing. I feel so good taking it, and I have more energy than I know what to do with. And it's the best kind of energy. Thank you, Viseo. Let's now talk about the liposome products: Sleep, Neuro, which is for memory, and the Renew. And again, the Neuro is a capsule, as you see, and the Renew and the Sleep is in a spray bottle. So the Sleep, guys, I thought it was normal before I took this product to roll over and stare at the clock 6 or 7 times a night. I've just found out after taking this that it's not normal, because I take 4 sprays of this an hour before I go to sleep. I get to, excuse me, I get to sleep faster, and then I get in a deep sleep. I wake up in the morning, I feel totally refreshed. So what are the ingredients here? Well, key ingredient here is melatonin. Melatonin is a naturally occurring substance in the brain in an area called the pineal gland, known to help with sleep. It's a naturally occurring sleep product. We have it in our armamentarium here. Next ingredient, key ingredient here, is something called GABA, gamma aminobutyric acid. This is a substance that's naturally found in the brain, and when it's time for you to go to sleep, the substance kind of in the brain gets pushed into the brain, gets elevated, and it causes relaxation, causes you to be in a depressed mood, not depression, but depressed meaning relaxed, not in a hyper state. And we include that in our product here. The third key ingredient is something I find very interesting. It's called NAC, or N-acetylcysteine. You see, I know this ingredient because I work in an emergency department, and NAC is used as an antidote for Tylenol overdose. You see, when you take a Tylenol overdose, what happens is your body gets depleted of glutathione, and glutathione actually helps detoxify the liver. What I found out is that it also helps detoxify the brain. So by giving the NAC in this product, it elevates your glutathione levels. And then what happens is you detoxify in the liver, but you also detoxify in the brain while you're sleeping. It's a great product. Neuro. Neuro is also a great product. I take it every day. I actually take all 6 of these products every day, and it helps with memory. And I'm going to show a slide on that shortly. But what I would say is there's several key ingredients here. One of them is something called Bacopa monnieri. Bacopa monnieri comes from a plant, and it's been shown to help with memory retention. Another ingredient here is something called huperzine A. It comes from a plant in China. And this substance is actually chemically similar to several pharmaceutical medications that are used for what I will say memory disorders. Now remember, as it says on the bottom, none of these products or statements would I ever say treat, diagnose, cure any type of disease. Okay? We're helping people with different conditions, not any diseases. Third product, actually, let me tell you a little about Neuro. Neuro, we have our scientific advisory board doctor, Dr. Galicia, who said that she lost some of her memory after taking some medications that combat her cancer. And after taking Neuro, she said she, quote, began getting her photographic memory back. Wow. Let's move on to number 3, Renew. I love this product. I love the results people are getting on this product. It's a spray bottle, liposome delivery system, and has several ingredients that just are phenomenal. And that's because they increase the flexibility and mobility of your joints. It actually supports the body's natural inflammatory response. The key ingredient in this product is something called curcumin. And curcumin is shown in studies that can be also found on PubMed.gov that there's a big anti-inflammatory effect here. Let me give you a couple of testimonials from 2 of the doctors on the scientific advisory board. Again, Dr. Galicia. She has seen dramatic results in her pain management practice, and she plans for a study on this in the near future. She's also converting all her people that are taking opioids, narcotics, getting them off the opioids and getting them on this product and seeing great results. Dr. Izquierdo, who's an orthopedic surgeon in Illinois, has been using this product on his post-operative hip replacement patients after hip replacement surgery and getting great results, get people off those narcotics very, very quickly. I want to show you just a short video here about Hannah's mom. This is Tamara, and she talks about her daughter Hannah, and I'll let the video do the talking.
Symptoms of insomnia, rage, aggression, anxiety, tics, OCD, and depression, and seizures in her. We were at a loss. The last 4 years have been a nightmare in our home, trying to find help for her. Many times I got on my knees and I begged God to send us a miracle. He sent us that miracle with Viseo. Friends of mine, John and Carrie Sowd, gave me a sample of sleep and a sample of Renew to try with her. Hannah's insomnia is so bad that it takes her 1 to 3 hours to go to sleep at night, and then she would be up 5, 10, 15 times a night, coming in our room, walking her back to bed. She never got rest. She would wake up angry and sad and red circles under her eyes. So the first night, I decided, okay, let's try this sleep. And so, like all good parents, we lied to her. And we said, we're going to spray sugar in your mouth, because what kid doesn't want sugar before they go to bed? Well, she opened her mouth, and I got one squirt in, and she covered her mouth and said, I don't like the ogre. I don't like the ogre. We have since, we put in a syringe, now she takes it like a champ. But that first night, my little girl, who would take 3 hours to go to sleep, fell asleep in 6 minutes. And she slept 13 straight hours. If that's not a miracle in the bottle, I don't know what is. I am so grateful and thankful, but also we're using the Renew now to help treat the inflammation that's ravaging in her body. I'm so grateful that God answered my prayers. It took 4 years, but I got those prayers answered in the form of a product that works, an amazing business opportunity, and a Viseo family. I think there's like 7,000 of y'all here. This is amazing. And one big shout out to John and Carrie Sowd. If John had not given me those products, I never would have tried them. And my U-Crew Nation, I'm so excited of walking this journey of health, happiness, wellness, not only for our family, but for the families we touch. And thank you for hearing my story. God bless.
Wow, guys, oof. You know, I don't know how many times I've seen that video and my eyes well up when I hear that story. I mean, can you imagine Tamara, that's the mom, you know, after wit's end for so many years, the daughter not sleeping, and the joy that's on her face and her daughter's face after a good night's sleep. There's so many people out there that need help with sleep. Let's move on to Barbara's mom. My mom was diagnosed with memory problems in November. I had to take out the name of the disorder. She began taking Neuro on the first Saturday in April, and 2 weeks later, she started taking Renew. She wasn't calling on the phone because she couldn't remember how. She was barely getting out of bed and declining really fast. Now she's barely even taking a nap, doing all kinds of things, all this hard. She's written 3 different letters to my sister, and she calls me on a regular basis. Wow, how exciting for Barbara. And now let me talk of Fanny. See, Fanny's very special to me. It's my mother's mom, or my mother-in-law. She's 90 years old. She's had joint pains for years, especially in her thumb. After a day on the Renew product, the pain in her thumb was gone. And Fanny doesn't miss a day without Renew. And she also doesn't miss a day without the core vitamins and with the Neuro. But that's another story. Number 3, the third pillar of the 5 pillars of our company, right timing. You know, guys, the direct sales industry has never been more mainstream or lucrative. You've got social media, other technologies. It's poised for huge growth. We've got great leadership, disruptive technologies, our products we just talked about. We have a proven system, early window. Guys, this company is just over 1 year old, and this all adds up to the right timing. Number 4, generous rewards. We've got lots of ways to earn here. Initiation bonuses, customer sales bonus. We've got lifestyle trips and multiple business centers. How do you get started? It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. You enroll. This is the cost to join in the United States. It's $49.95. Place that initial order. Auto ship program. It's optional. You don't get paid. It's optional, but you don't get paid unless you continue on the auto ship and you become a star. That means you enroll one guy on the left, one on the right. Everyone's at least 80 PV. That means personal volume. And you become active, you get to be a star. Right now we have a star maker bonus. So first you become a star, 80 personal volume, you sponsor the woman with the glasses, the other guy on the right, and then you help the woman with the glasses sponsor the 2 people below her. When she becomes a star, you become a star maker. And when that happens, you get a bonus of $25. Guys, here's all the rank advancements. I'm not going to go over all of them. But to be active in this company, you need a personal volume of 80. The dollar amount or whatever currency of whatever current country you're in is converted to personal volume. And you need 80 of that or more to be active. And that's how you get paid. Qualified is a guy on the right, guy on the left. You're qualified. And the stars is for rewards trips at the gold level, black diamond, royal black diamond, and blue, double blue, crown black, crown diamond. So lots of ways to earn and lots of incentive trips as well. Guys, last but not least, number 5, the 5th pillar of this company is to provide clean water to people and communities in Africa. It's called Hearts and Hands for Humanity. And what we do here is we raise money and dig wells. We drill wells in remote parts of Africa to get clean running water for communities that it's awful. You see kids drinking this dark water, and I'm so proud to be part of a company that has such a great, worthwhile cause. So how do you get started? You start right now. You, as I said, enroll for $49.95, put that initial order in, get on the optional LCP, which is the auto ship program, download the Viseo app, take a look at that iPhone on the right. It's fantastic. Our website was designed on the mobile and then adapted to the desktop. That's because we can do our entire business from a tablet, from an iPhone, from an Android. You can do your entire business on this phone, on the phone. It's just unbelievable. So then you want to download that app. Again, you get the, your business center. Meet with your sponsor to review the Viseo action plan. There are 8 steps in that to help you become successful. And then there are Viseo View events. There are local events. There's regional events. As being on the Scientific Advisory Board, I've spoken at some events recently. Be speaking again shortly at some of these events. So guys, your future is created by what you do today. If you want more on Viseo, there's the Viseo.com, but there's the Facebook page, facebook.com/Viseo. Our company does Facebook Lives. Lots of great information on that site as well. Now, before I wrap it up, talk about the product disclaimer. As I said, our products don't diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent any disease. They are not evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Income disclaimer, we do not make any promises of any degree of income or achievement, any level in the company, because we all know that it depends on each brand partner's sales, skills, ability, time, commitment, and personal application. So let me sum it up by saying you have 3 choices. Option number 1, don't do anything and don't take advantage of cutting-edge nutraceutical products. Option number 2, become a Viseo customer. Take advantage of the great products with a great delivery system. You'll feel the difference. And option number 3 is put up the small investment compared to the value you'll get. Team up with an emergency doctor who's on the scientific advisory board and become a brand partner in Viseo. Let me, guys, ask you, well, I should say another question. Is it worth taking a few minutes of your time, a few dollars of your money to join forces with a company that produces high quality nutraceutical products that use cutting edge liposome and enzyme delivery systems? I want to ask you another question. You've been on webinars before. You get excited, you get fired up. And what happens the next day? Usually nothing. Why? Because you go back to your old habits. The only way you'll be successful is by finding a way to break old habits. And the way you'll break old habits is by investing in a Viseo business. And I can help you use the tools that you will need to become successful. And if you don't do that, guys, you'll shift right back to your old habit. You know all that money that you spend on dinners and movies? It's called disposable income. What I'm asking you to do, make an investment in yourself that will turn into more money. Have you read Robert Kiyosaki's great book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad? You see, poor people, they buy liabilities. Rich people buy assets. I'm asking you to put money into an investment as opposed to taking money away from you. And finally, the way it is, you can have money or excuses. You just can't have both. So you have two choices. Number 1, you can sign up and get involved in a business with cutting-edge nutritional products. Or you can use excuses. Why you didn't do it, why you can't afford it, why you don't have enough time. You can't have both. It's money or excuses. Which do you want? You can't have both. So, guys, if somebody else invited you on this webinar, I want you to go back to the person who sent you here. If, however, I invited you, you came on by one of my ads, by my social media post, I want you to go to drsteveinformation.com. And all of you who stayed till the end, you get your free bonus interview with Tracy Gibbs, the Chief Scientific Officer of Viseo. And that's found on drsteveinformation.com. Guys, if you want to connect with me on Instagram or Facebook, it's Dr. Steve Szabo. My website is drsteveszabo.com. Before I wrap it up, I just want to ask, does anybody have any questions? On the box on the right, you feel free to put in those questions. Let me give it a minute. Here's a good question. It says, in the US, it's $49.95 to join. How much does it cost in Canada? Right now, it costs $1 to join in Canada. $1 to become a distributor in Canada. Now, I should also say that the US right now is the only country that actually has customers. And we're expecting the other countries to jump on board. I've got another very soon. Got another question. I'm going to wrap it up with this question. What are the other countries that are on board, as you say, Dr. Steve? Well, we have Hong Kong, we have Taiwan, soon to be China, Japan is open, we have Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia. And Thailand will be open soon. I'm excited about that because I have a team of, I believe it's 7 people already in Thailand that are itching at the bit, so to speak, to get started, and they've already signed up, and they're all very excited. That's supposed to be July 1st. So, guys, it's just under an hour. I like keeping my webinars to 1 hour. If you want to apply for consideration for products for my team, feel free to go on drsteveinformation.com, leave in your name, your number, what the best way to get for me to contact you on, and again, make sure you take a look at your free bonus interview on the same website. So hope you got value here tonight. Feel free to connect with me. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.